Hey guys, how's it going? Today's Monday, May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, actually, I just realized. So make sure you set out food for your lost ancestors, and I think that's all I remember from high school Spanish class. Let's get started. So we'll start off today with Cornelious Anderson from Charleston, Missouri. You may have already heard about this. It was a pretty big deal. He was convicted of robbery back in 2000, and due to a clerical error by the state of Missouri, he was never told where to report to go to prison. So he just went on living his life. He got married, had kids, bought a house, all that kind of thing. And, you know, he kind of turned his life around, which is good. 13 years later, the state realized their mistake and decided to send a SWAT team to his house. That's a little bit excessive, a little overkill, but okay. He was in prison, but earlier today a judge ordered him to be released. Now, I do think that the judge got it right this time, but he still committed a crime. You know, he still needs to be held accountable for what he did. A decade later, I don't really think prison time makes sense, but like I said, he needs to be held accountable. I want to see, you know, time served or community service, you know, something along those lines, because robbing someone is still a big deal, you know. And a little side note, it is a little scary to me that something like this fell through the cracks. You know, be glad it wasn't like a murderer, a serial killer, or, you know, something worse. That's a scary thought, and I'm sure that it happens more than just in this case. Anyways, I hope he doesn't get off scot-free, because even though he did rehabilitate himself, he's still messed up. That's what it comes down to. So this next story is about Leslie Jones. She's a Saturday Night Live writer. Say that 10 times fast. She recently made her first on-air appearance, and she's come under fire for being racist, making racist jokes. For example, she's a black woman, and she said, "Back in the slave days, my love life would have been a lot better. Massa would have hooked me up with the best brother on the plantation." So jokes like that. I have the video linked in the description below. You should check it out. So I'll read you the quote now. I'm going to have to look away from the camera. I know that's weird, but it's very sad I have to defend myself to black people. Now I'm betting if Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle did that joke, or Jay-Z or Kanye West put it in a rap, they'd be called brilliant. This is exactly why black people are where we are now. Because we're too fucking sensitive, and instead of making lemonade out of lemons, we just suck the sour juice from lemons. Wake up. I think this is exactly true. People today are way too sensitive, entirely too sensitive to things like this. They were jokes. They were supposed to be funny. And they were funny, by the way. They were very funny. You should watch that skit. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Personally, I'm glad to see another minority calling out her peers, because I think it's gotten out of hand, honestly. I think it's okay to pull the PC stick out of your butt to laugh every once in a while. It's perfectly okay. So this last story I have for you today is a little bit nerdy on my part, but I love Star Wars. What can I say? It's about Star Wars 1313. It was supposed to be a video game that was released. I believe it would have been released already, except when Disney bought LucasArts, they canceled it. Now, some concept art for the video game recently surfaced, and it looks really cool. It makes me sad that they canceled it. And I know that concept art for video games always looks awesome, and so, you know, I take it with a grain of salt, but even at E3, the game looked like, you know, Mass Effect and Star Wars and a bunch of other cool stuff that balled up and then just mashed into one. And it was really cool. I would have bought it. I would have, you know, I would have waited in line at midnight like those people I always make fun of. You know, it looked awesome. I have the pictures and the E3 trailer, which is the video game convention unveiling, basically. I have everything linked. You should check it out. It looks really cool if you haven't seen it before. If you have, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's all I have for you on this Cinco de Mayo today. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I will see you tomorrow.